the beautiful Brierfield State Historical Ironworks Park in Brierfield, Alabama. Been here many times. My family and I love it. We are very fortunate to have with us today the administrators of the facilities and a new person on board. So we would like to get everyone to introduce themselves if they would. This is April the 30th, 2024, and we're glad you're with us. Would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Lisa Carroll. I'm the park superintendent for the Alabama Historic Ironworks Commission, which governs both Taney Hill and Brierfield State Parks. And we have hired Delee Benton, who is going to be the park director for Brierfield. Her duties are going to be to improve on events, attendance, and just manage the property and kind of give me a little help where I need it.
Well, it's awesome, and I do appreciate the opportunity to interview you ladies, because this is, I think, my family's favorite place in Bibb County. We come here often, and we've always loved it.
Yes, sir.
Back in 1978 is when I first came to Bibb County, and the park was one of the first things we got acquainted with, and a fellow named Mike Mahan, I believe, was hanging around at that
Yes,
time.
sir.
But we love it here. We love it here very much. Delee, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will. Where you from? What happened to bring you about to come to our community? And we're going to make sure we don't ever let you leave now. So be aware, we're going to keep you.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Delee Benton. So I actually did most of my growing up in Meridianville, Alabama. It's just north of Huntsville. It's a little tiny town up there. Very backwoods, but I loved it growing up there. It was me and my 5 siblings, so I had no shortage of company while I was growing up. Eventually, I left to go to school at the University of Montevallo. That's just right down the road.
And you know this place well, don't you?
Well, I actually had never heard of this park while I was there, and so that's one of the things that we're hoping to change together, is to get more of the community involved in this park. And get this park back up and running how she used to be. So once I was done with my education at Montevallo, I went and got a master's degree up at Samford, and along the way I met Miss Mickey, and she is the one who told me about this park and brought me to meet Miss Lisa here, and Lisa's the one who really got me interested in this position, and excited to come and help build the parks with her. So
we're excited about you being here. And I do recall also back years ago we had the plays and the musical events that occurred here on a regular basis. Hopefully there'll be those kind of things coming again.
Yes, sir. We have a huge event coming in June. It's called Love Stock. It's going to be I think really what Delee and I both agree on is that Brierfield can only get better. We have this beautiful stage up at the front, and we've been trying with market days to incorporate music. We do a market day the first Saturday of every month, which is kind of a little bit of an outdoor little flea market type thing, with local people selling produce and things like that. And we've been trying to incorporate, music with it to bring. So I'm hoping Delee's going to have some ideas on how to improve on that and how to, encourage more vendors and more people to attend, because we're in a lot of competition at being the first Saturday of every month.
Mm-hmm.
I think Delee has some wonderful ideas about, events and how to plan things. I know you have a few goals that you want to achieve. So if you want to share with us some of those goals.
Sure. Well, one of my main goals is to really bolster up the market days that we have. I think that them being a consistent event here at Brierfield, it has a real opportunity to connect with the community, and to really bring the community back to Brierfield. So I think this upcoming weekend, May 4th, is our next market day, and we've got 70s theme music coming then, and then that next month we've got 60s theme. So we're bringing in a variety of music, some oldies and goodies, but also some newer stuff. So both of my degrees that I have are actually in a music related field. So one of the benefits of having me here is I've got a lot of friends in the music community. So that's, oh, sorry. I thought your hand was for pausing. That's apologies. So both of my degrees are actually in a music related field. So one of the benefits of having me is I've got a lot of connections to the musicians up in Birmingham and down here in Montevallo too. So hopefully we can make even more connections with musicians in Brierfield, Centreville, and just throughout Bibb County. One of those things, again, being the Lovestock Festival. So we're just hoping to get music back into Brierfield.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the festival that you just mentioned? What kind of festival would this be?
Sure. So the Lovestock Festival is going to be gospel music. So we're having a variety of gospel singers, gospel bands coming to our park to sing and perform and to celebrate the beauty of gospel as a genre of music. So
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. And I understand one of the groups that'll be here at your next trade days, it's going to be the Kin Fusion group. Is that correct? I've heard them before. They're pretty good.
They are. They're a family. Much. So we are, they always bring a crowd. They have kind of their own following. So, they always help us a little bit with the gate.
Yeah, I
when
go to
people...
church with them over here. At,
oh, really?
Church.
Do you really? Yes, well, they're super nice bunch of people. So
they're some of my favorite people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We go for market days, and you think about what's coming in the summer, and I'm excited at the process. Our pool will open, May 27th, and so we have a community pool. It's you pay $6 a person to swim in it daily, or $30 for a yearly pass. But we're kind of partnering with Bibb Medical Center. They're helping us do some training of lifeguards, and we'll pay for their training if they agree to work the summer for us. So we're really excited about that because it's kind of partnering with the community.
Yeah.
We're bringing in the local schools and local kids and giving them the opportunity to get that kind of knowledge where they can use it, later in life, especially if they're getting a medical degree. So I know Delee, that's this weekend.
Yes.
So I think they're starting their training this weekend. So if you know of anyone, or if anybody's interested in being a lifeguard this summer, please contact us. It's through the American Red Cross, so it's always it's something they can use.
And the events this weekend, will there be any charge for the event, or is it just regular park admission fee?
It's just regular gate admission.
So the event is actually free. If you just pay the park admission fee, then you get to attend the event. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
And it's a heck of a deal. $4 for an adult, $3 for seniors and kiddos. So it's a heck of a deal.
Well, it's rare. I've been to a lot of different parks, and this park has a unique quality to it that is very attractive to me and my family. It's very quiet. It's always a park you can enjoy the whole thing, and you don't ever run into any. Typically, you don't run into very big crowds here. So, tell us a little bit about the amenities of the park, if you don't mind. Like you have cabins and event facilities here. And so if someone's planning a large family get-together or a special event with their church, they can't beat some of the facilities that are here. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. So we have got 5 cabins here. We've got a couple that are smaller accommodating cabins, and then we've got some that are bigger. So our smaller cabins are going to be Hubbard and Lightsey, and then we've got a medium cabin that is Sunshine Morton. And then our bigger facilities are going to be the Hayes House and then the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse is the largest. It is mostly used by church groups, campers, that kind of thing, because it is what it sounds like. It's just a bunkhouse with a bunch of bunk beds that you bring your sleeping roll and go hang out up there. Then we've also got facilities here that you can have events. We've got a beautiful white church building over there that you can have weddings in or other events. Vow renewals, that kind of thing. We've got a post office over there that we usually will put people up in for receptions. And then you can also rent it for other events, meetings, that kind of thing. We've also got a building called the Superintendent's House that we will rent out for meetings. That house is really beautiful. It's up on the hill over that way. And then also sometimes we will rent out our stage area for events. So just this past weekend, we had 3 different Boy Scout troops come up and have their weekend camp out that they do twice a year on our stage lawn right over there. So we've got all kinds of space. If you've got an idea for an event and you're not sure where you want to have it, but you know that you want to have it at Brierfield, then you just give us a call and we can find a good space for you.
Awesome. And I have found that to be true. We have some men and I have rented the bunkhouse before for a men's retreat.
It's perfect for that.
And it was great.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some of the best times we've had there.
And I noticed when you're scanning, if you'll see all these stacks of soil, kind of, when you were scanning and you see all that. I just want to give a special thank you to Michelle Giddens with the Auburn Extension Program. She applied for a grant and received it and is redoing all the flower beds here at Brierfield. So putting in new soil and plants, and she's dependent on volunteers to come and help her do all that. And so we're extremely grateful to her and whatever master gardeners she gets, as well as Commissioner Heaton. Her and her husband came out here this last weekend and helped as well. So we're extremely grateful for that.
We've also got a really nice store right here.
Yes, sir.
We're actually in front of the store, is where we're located at this moment. Okay. Can you tell us anything? I know when I first got acquainted with Brierfield Park, I was fascinated with and attracted to the shooting competitions that occur here. And can you tell us a little bit about those? And I think you also have some traditional bowmen that meet here every year, don't they?
Yes, sir. So we actually just had our most recent black powder shooting group this past weekend. So over on the farther side of our park property, we've got a black powder and bow shooting range. So about once a month, we've got black powder groups from across the Southeast that come and use our facilities for events, competitions. Yes, sir. In the summers, it's about a monthly basis where they come in. And if it's not the black powder shooters that month, then it'll be the bow men that come in for that month. So about once a month, we've got people coming in to use our shooting range over there. That is also available for rent, but it is, again, just the black powder and bow shooting that's allowed over there.
So if a person becomes a member of the National Muzzleloading Rifle Association or the Alabama Muzzleloaders Association, then they can participate in shooting matches here at the park. Do you know any other park in the state of Alabama that has anything like that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I don't think there is. If there is, I don't know of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fascinating to me because that is a wonderful history learning event for families. It's awesome, and I'm glad the park is still going to continue to do that.
Yes. Well, it is one of our bigger events currently that happens routinely, again, with the market days and those shooting events.
And I have also attended some reenactments here in the past that have been very impressive. I hope you might be able to have some of those in the future. Any plans for anything like that?
None right now, but we're hoping to come up with events in a similar fashion of that, genre to have at our park. So lots of things we've got planned for the community and things we've got planned that will reflect the history of the community as well.